The mind of a dream stan. A curious place that not many people understand. I was one of the people that didn't understand what the hell goes on in these people's minds. So the other day I was sitting on my bed and I thought to myself, why don't I try to figure out what makes these people tick? I couldn't do this alone, however. You see, the thing with infiltrating some discords is that it's quite bloody difficult to do it by yourself. As this mission was going to be incredibly perilous, I decided that I would enlist the help of two of my very good friends. The channel with the freakishly long name and a guy called Reckless Atom. Unknowns to us, we were about to face something that no one could have predicted. I hate to sound like a cliche YouTuber, but before we get into this whole thing, I would really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed. And if you really want to help support the channel, become a member. Also, go have a look at my new second channel, please. That's enough begging. Let's get to the infiltration. Our journey began as many others like it have. We needed to find a target. To do this, we scoured the internet, looking for any leads that could lead us to a Dream Stand Discord. Eventually, we found one.
Do it.
Trust is worth.
Why is this person saying, yeah, I don't trust you at all?
Who?
This person.
Did you just join a Discord?
They're on me. Yeah, this was something we noticed as soon as we joined this Discord. We were new members, but the existing members, they were automatically hostile towards us. And we had no idea why. Though, after remaining in this Discord for a little bit and, you know, talking to people and reading the chat, we figured out why. This Discord, apparently, it was getting raided a lot today. That's why they were so cautious when it came to new members. In their eyes, everybody was suspicious. We have rules verification outside blacklist. They've blacklisted people? As you can see by the blacklisted section, this Discord, thankfully, has a zero tolerance policy when it comes to 18+ images. I'd be lying to you if I said that this is what I wanted to find, but I'm happy it exists nonetheless. I'm just glad that these Dream Stands know that some of the weird Dream Stand art is wrong. After this though, we decided to move on from this Discord server. The people in this Discord server, yeah, they were pretty nice. So we decided that we would take our quest elsewhere. Before we get into the next part of this video, I feel like this is a good time to say that this video wasn't made with any malicious intentions or anything along those lines. The next parts of this video, yeah, stuff does start to get a bit more weird. So I just want to say, please don't go after anybody seen in these Discord servers or raid these Discord servers. My friends and I, we entered these servers because we were genuinely quite curious as to what happens in them. We weren't trying to shut down the servers or raid them or anything along those lines. So yeah, once again, don't harass the people involved, please. We love Dream Team, a big fan art section. Our next target, a Discord server titled Wholesome Dream Team with 405 online members. This server was one of the larger Dream Discord servers we had come across so far. So of course my friends and I decided to join to see what all the fuss was about. Oh.
What now?
Now, this fan art I covered, I don't know if it's meant to be not safe for work art of Dream or anything along those lines. I'm gonna censor it either way because I don't know, but let's just say that it looked rather phallic. After this very interesting find, we decided to poke around a bit and see what was happening in this Discord server. It seemed pretty normal. You know, people talking about normal things, people talking about stuff they liked about the Dream SMP. We did have quite a few interesting conversations with some members, but nothing really worth highlighting. This all changed, however, when I decided to add to my Dream Lover account. One of the core pillars of being a Dream Stan is making fan art of your God King Dream. So this is what I decided to do. I hope you guys enjoy my art. My commissions are open. After After my wonderful creation had been shared with the Discord server, we carried on talking to some of the people inside. We mainly made a few jokes and annoyed a few people, just a little bit. But like earlier, nothing crazy was happening. It was all going pretty standard. Until I received this message. Now, this individual, let's just say that he wasn't Dreamlover's biggest fan. Yes, I had run into him before, mainly because he was one of the mods on the Discord server, and the jokes we were making, they kinda centered around getting the mods' attention. I'm gonna give some background information as to why this guy was asking me my age. Now, my Dreamlover account, it's a burner account, and to truly protect my identity, I had to come up with a disguise. An alter ego, if you will. I decided that my alter ego was going to be an 8-year-old boy from Namibia. I don't know about you, but it sounds quite foolproof. But I had overlooked one thing while making this disguise. You have to be 13 or older to have a Discord account. And as we know Discord mods, nothing escapes their fiery gaze. I didn't know what to do. My investigation, it may have been over in that very second. In a ditch effort to save it, however, I added to my story a bit. The Namibian clock. It isn't like any other clock in the world. Yes, I was portraying an 8-year-old Namibian child, but I decided to go out on a whim and say that I was in fact 13. I sat with bated breath, clutching the armrest on my chair as the minutes ticked by. Would this individual buy my story? Would he believe that I grew 5 years older in the space of 30 minutes? Eventually, he responded.
Hello, how are you?
I had done it! The mod had believed my story! Somehow a small Namibian child can age 5 years within the space of 30 minutes! After this brief incident and a few other chat warnings, my friends and I decided to move on to another Discord server. This Discord server, nothing really out of the ordinary. The mods did get a little bit annoying, but I guess they were only doing their jobs. The next server we found though, let's just say that it wasn't that family friendly. Public roleplay and searching for one-on-one roleplay partners. This is an 18+ Dream Discord server, so to say that me and my friends were a little bit hesitant to join is a tiny bit of an understatement, but for the sake of our curiosity, we joined. The one thing that confused me about this though is that it said that this server is an 18+ server with no NSFW, but doesn't the term 18+ imply NSFW? Picture any NSFW movie or video game or even book. If it's 18+, there are going to be 18+ things in it, because if there wasn't any 18+ stuff in it, then it wouldn't be 18+. Regardless of my confusion though, my friends and I soldiered into what was probably one of the weirdest Discord experiences we had ever experienced. The skirt rule: keep your post long enough to cover the basics, but short enough to keep things interesting. We are a semi-lit roleplay, meaning a few sentences to a few paragraphs. Be creative, experiment with new settings, plots, character interactions, and plot points. Be a little unexpected, try to make room for other people's characters, and invite new writers into scenes. Those were the role-playing rules. A tiny bit weird, but nothing compared to some of the other stuff we found on this server. Remember how I said that this is an 18+ server? Well, you have to verify your age when you join, but since this is quite the broken system and can be easily forged, the individuals running this server thought of this issue and they fixed it in one of the weirdest ways possible. Instead of telling you about it, I'm just going to show you what we found.
Do that in 15 seconds. But if I can just ask,
oh my god.
What did you just say?
Go to verified with ID. People have been sending this person their ID. No ways. So in order to get fully verified, you have the option to send the leader of this Discord your date of birth on a picture of your ID? I hope to God that some people censor the info on these things and only include the date of birth. And it's not like I'm barking up a tree that no one's climbed. people have done this. They have sent the leader of this Discord server, an individual they don't know, a copy of their ID so they can do 18+ Dream SMP roleplay. Besides the fact that you may not censor the information correctly, why in God's name would you send your ID to a Discord mod that you don't know in the first place? Your ID, it contains sensitive information that you're only meant to share with trusted individuals. So why would you ever think that sending your ID to somebody who you don't even know, by the way, is a good idea? Are you so blinded by your love for the Dream SMP that you're willing to sacrifice personal information about yourself? Moving on from this though, this wasn't the only weird thing we found in this Discord server. If we pop over to the rules section, we can see that there's a rule that states that nothing is allowed to be shared on the internet. Looks like I'm breaking that rule. Okay, so I don't know if anybody from that Discord is watching, but if you somehow are, I have been censoring the names to the best of my ability, so please don't send a Dream Death Squad after me. Keeping this rule in mind though, the one thing I don't understand is that if this society is so secretive, why share it on a public Dream Stand Discord website? Don't you think that that kind of defeats the point of that entire rule? One of the main rules on this Discord server is that NSFW roleplay should be taken to the DMs. Based off of this rule, I came to the conclusion that this server is in fact a meeting ground and staging branch for some very crusty individuals. I wanted to see what these crusty individuals were like. In order to do this, I decided to dive right into the deep end and see if anybody wanted to roleplay with me and my friends. It took a while, but I eventually got somebody to take the bait. After a little bit of back and forth messaging, we moved our conversation to a group DM where I got my friends involved. This individual wanted to see my writing ability, and as I am the greatest fanfic writer the world has ever seen, I put my abilities to the test. Our heroes are stranded. George, Dream, Carl and J-Schlatt huddled together in their makeshift cobblestone fortress. Some would call it a place of refuge. They would call it a prison. Yes, they were protected within its rocky, jagged walls, but they also had no means of escape, no retreat. They were stuck, and time was running out. They were down to their last cooked pork chop and baked potato. Not enough for 4 people to survive on for any amount of time. The wails of ghasts filled the smoky air with the sounds of foreboding. Heavy breathing filled the compound. Not breathing out of fear, however. No, this was the breathing that stems from lust. Yes, it may be the last time our heroes see each other. They may even know that. So why not act on primeval urges while they still have the chance? Yeah, she left after that. Not because it was too far though, but because it didn't have enough characters or something. After this though, my friends and I decided that it was best that we leave this absolutely filthy server, as we don't really want anything to do with these Discord servers. To take this video all the way back to my original point, that being I wanted to know what happens within the minds of some of these individuals. Lots of them are just normal kids who really enjoy the Dream SMP, talking to other like-minded kids. They idolize these creators and see them as role models. The kids doing this are, hopefully, not the ones who fantasize about the members of the Dream SMP in an adult way. These kids are just that. Kids. Expressing their love for something that they just really enjoy. Then we get to the other side of the fandom. The adult side. These individuals love to roleplay as members in the Dream SMP in quite a few interesting ways. Some of them like to roleplay in more action-packed scenarios, which I guess is okay. But then you get those who like to do the whole NSFW stuff. The term NSFW doesn't only apply to the Rule 34 stuff though, it's any pretty adult stuff that happens. This, in my view, is quite weird. I don't really understand why people want to roleplay as other people they don't even know in an adult way. It's just a tiny bit odd. Another thing that's a tiny bit odd is the whole secrecy stuff. Lots of the members in this roleplay stuff want to do it in secret. That's why there's rules like no sharing allowed. I don't know why this is the case. Maybe it stems from embarrassment, or maybe it stems from insecurity. But if you really feel embarrassed or insecure about doing this stuff, why do it in the first place?